things we're going to work on today is learning some words for what we call tempo. In music, tempo refers to the speed of the piece that you're playing, whether it's a faster speed or a slower speed. And these are Italian words, kind of like the forte and piano that we learned for loud and soft were in Italian, or are in Italian. So these tempo terms are also in Italian. The first music that was printed in Italy, and so they would put these Italian words on thinking that everybody knew them. But we've come to, as musicians all around the world, we all learn the same Italian terms, whether we speak Russian or Spanish or whatever. We all need to learn these Italian terms because they are part of music, particularly music that has been written in the past, but that we study because it has important gives us an important understanding of the history of music. So today's the day we're going to learn those, and I'm going to show you with some cards on the floor. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to introduce each of the words to you first, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to lay them out in a way where they're going to be going from slowest. So slowest is going to be here on the left, and then fastest will be on the right, kind of like when we read. You know, we read from left to right, so I want you to think from the slowest being on the left, going to the fastest on the right. Our first word is largo. Largo is a very slow speed, and of the terms that you're learning today, largo is the slowest speed. So I'm going to put this over here on the left. Then next is adagio. So if largo is slow, very slow, then adagio is just slow. And these are, you're going to notice that some of these have the same words in them, but there are graduations of, we would play this more slowly than we would play something that was marked adagio. Then in the same spectrum of the slow tempo words, there's the word andante. Andante means a walking speed. Now that doesn't mean a kind of speed like you're out exercise walking and you're walking really fast. This means like you're out having a nice slow walk, maybe at the zoo or at a nice park or something like that. So it's more of a slow walking speed. Now we have a word called moderato. Moderato is the one, if I was going to put these basically just slow, medium, this would be in the middle, and then fast, these would be the three words that I'd use for the end. So we'd have largo, we'd have moderato, and then we'd have presto. So I think of moderato in the middle. Moderato means not too fast, not too slow. Moderately is the definition if you look it up in a music dictionary. So this is kind of our dividing point between the slower speeds and the faster speeds. I'm going to put presto over there for a minute. So let's replace our slow speed adagio, our walking speed andante, and then we're at moderato. On the faster side then of moderato is going to be the word allegro. Now allegro, the root of that word just really means cheerful or happy. So a lot of times people call allegro fast, but it has more of a cheerful lightness to it, because there are other words that have the word fast in their definition as well, as you're going to see. So I think of this word more as cheerful and lively. So it has some quicker movement to it. Quick and lively is another definition that's sometimes used, but it's not necessarily always fast. And then our last word in the faster spectrum is going to be presto, and presto is very fast. There are other words that we could fit between moderato and presto, but for today you're just learning presto is fast, allegro is quick and lively, moderato is moderately or medium tempo, andante is a walking speed, adagio is slow, and largo is very slow. Now, if we were talking about, remember moderato is our middle point, and another Italian word that if we wanted to talk about gradually getting slower, there's a word called ritardando. It's a long word, R-I-T, I wrote it on the back. So we oftentimes just abbreviate it RIT period like that. And you'll see this in music very early, so this would be one that we'll probably be using sooner than later, gradually slowing down. So I'm putting that in this slower side of the tempos. And then over here, moderato, gradually getting faster, is a word that's called accelerando. And we usually abbreviate that too because that's another long word. But kind of like we have the word accelerate in our English language, accelerando means to gradually get faster. And so that would be kind of how we would set those up. Let me see if I can pull that back a little bit. You probably can't read all those at this point. But what we'll do is, you have these same terms are in your book on page 30. So you're going to notice that they have the line there. I don't know, can you see? Let's see if I can make that closer. They have a line that says, the English words are on the top, the Italian words are on the bottom, or vice versa. And then you have the same ones that I just showed you. And one of the things you might want to do is try to maybe write them on little index cards or something, so you could do the same thing I did with trying to lay them out and see if you can get them in order. Next time when we're together, I'm going to let you use my yellow cards and see if you can remember how to get them in order. So if all you have to do is just look at the book and you can learn them that way, that works fine. But this is on page 30, and I'd like you to work through those tempo words, read through them, and maybe do some kind of hands-on writing them on a chalkboard or something so that you can kind of get the idea of which one's the slowest and which one's the fastest.